And welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. Now, did you know that the Chicago Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer? So, anyways, guys, welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. Yes, really, we are back with this. I'm your host, Mike, aka Mike Five Fan 101, with my good friend and co-host Cam, aka Noticed_Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So let's get down to talking about some sports. We have not done this podcast in a while. To be honest, we have not had the time in between the NASCAR one. But, anyways, let's get started. We are going to be kicking it off with the Colts releasing their kicker, Rodrigo Blankenship. Um, I don't know how to feel about this because I don't follow the Colts too much. I heard that the part of the reason why they released him is that he is not clutch, which is valid because he has missed some game-winning field goals, and you got to hit those, man. I mean, come on. But sad to see him go. I know he was a fan favorite kicker and not a terrible kicker at all. So a team could use him if they need a kicker.
Yeah, I think it definitely gonna hurt the team a little bit, but you know, I'll figure it out.
Let's see. We got the Raiders signed free agent cornerback Nickel Robbie Coleman. I don't know who that is, so no opinion.
Same.
Let's see. We got the 49ers signed free agent running back Marlon Mack. He's a pretty good running back. I think that's a good running back off the bench for them. Good move.
Yeah, Marlon Mack is kind of more of a veteran running back, in my opinion. So, and having them as maybe a possible secondary is pretty cool.
Seahawks safety Jamal Adams will undergo season-ending quad surgery. Not good for the Seahawks. They have had a rough few months, so they got to find some way to turn it around.
Agreed.
We got the Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert has a fractured rib. Expected to take it day to day for a return. Shout out to Justin Herbert for playing through the rest of that game. I heard. I didn't watch the game, but he played through it. I don't know if they got W. I got to check that, but sucks for them. They should be good if he's healthy. So, and the Chargers did lose to the Chiefs 27-24. So only a 3-point game, not bad.
Yeah, and
And then
the
yeah,
Chiefs
then
got humbled just a little bit, even for not losing. We're still pretty humbled by the Chargers.
yeah, true. We got 49ers quarterback Trey Lance will likely need season-ending ankle surgery. Not good for the 49ers, but it was good that they did keep Garoppolo still around. They have not traded him yet, even though I think they're still looking for offers.
Yeah, I feel like if I was a part of the 49ers, I feel like I'd probably keep Garoppolo or Garoppolo, how you want to say his name, because he's still a pretty good quarterback, in my opinion. And he's done great things for the 49ers, and I think if he had to do another season with them, he'd be fine.
Shit. I'm still muted. Wow. I was gonna say Jimmy Garoppolo is not the best quarterback, but he's not the worst. I think he's a good backup, but he's not starting material. Or not anymore, at
Well,
least.
I think he's the best option they have for the 49ers.
Well, right this minute with that Lance, yes.
Yes.
Mm. We got 49ers again sign linebacker Dre Greenlaw to a 2-year contract extension. No opinion on that. I don't even know who he is.
Me neither, man. Me neither.
Oh, this is a good one. Bucks wide receiver Mike Evans suspended 1 game after fight with Marshawn Lattimore. I did take a look at this. I'm not entirely sure what started the fight, but I did watch the fight. Here it is.
Former Jaguar checks in for the first time, gets it, bounces it, cuts up field. He'll be 2 yards short of a first down as he gets 6.
Oh, flags came in late.
And now flags as the two teams start to mix it up. And that's Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore, I believe, getting into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. There they are. matched up. Marshawn Lattimore is traveling with him, and a lot of conversation between those two over the years. Push in the back, and then that's the guy they usually get is the one who retaliates. We'll see how they sort this out.
From what he said to the ref was like pulling him away, and he was like, "That's Tom Brady. What do you want me to do, man?" So good for him for sticking up for his quarterback.
Yeah, but I also think Mike Evans is a little bit of a wuss. Every time he's ever gotten something with Marshawn Lattimore, he's always cheap shots him, in my opinion. I don't know. I just think I'd like to see Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore go at it in the ring.
Boxing match. We'll see.
Yes, one of those like corny, cringy boxing events. I'd love to see them go at it.
Oh, my gosh. All right, let's take a look at the games around the league. So, like we mentioned, the Chargers and the Chiefs. The Chiefs took the W 27-24. I did not really watch that much football this weekend because I've been busy. Cam, what about you?
I watched a couple of games, and I did get to see the later half of the Chargers and Chiefs game, which was a crazy game. Just overall a good game, and when you see two good teams like the Chiefs and Chargers go at it, you're in for a good night.
Exactly. Let's see. We got the Jets beating the Browns by 1 point. Wow. I wonder how that happened. I don't know what happened there. Buccaneers beat the Saints by 10 points, 20-10, and the Jets and the Browns were 31-30. Let's see. We got the Giants beating the Panthers 19-16. They go 2-0, and they are one of the 6 teams still undefeated. Then we got the Patriots beating the Steelers by 3 points, 17-14. We also have the Jaguars whooping the Colts 24-0. Ouch. How are you going to lose to the Jaguars, Colts? Come on. And then we got the Dolphins and the Ravens in a high-scoring game, 42-38. I heard they made a huge comeback. So good for the Dolphins. We got the Rams beating the Falcons 31-27. I heard that was almost a 28-3 situation. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but
Yeah,
Rams got to step it up a little bit, man. I mean, they're looking okay, but they're not looking like the Super Bowl team. I think they're having a little bit of a hangover.
Yeah, they are. They are having a bit of a hangover, and I think that goes the same for the Bengals as well.
Yeah, the Bengals are kind of going back to their old ways. They just lost to the Cowboys 20-17 off a 50-yard game-winning field goal. Here it is. So I watched that.
Maher's kick. It's good. Cowboys win it.
We got the Cardinals beating the Raiders by 6, 29-23. I heard that was a crazy game. I saw the ending of that, or the highlights of that. That was really crazy. You'll see more of that later.
Yeah,
And then we got
I
the Packers. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I forget. I think it was in the third quarter. It was like 26-6 or something like that. And they cut to a camera of Raiders fans legit popping bottles in the third quarter, and then just for them to turn it around.
Bro. Not good. And then we got the Lions beating the Commanders 36-27. Oh, man.
How does your team lose?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said it's the Lions. How did your team lose to them, bro? Come on.
Well, I mean, from what I was told, the Lions defense is actually really good. They put Philly up in a hard fight in week 1, and they just whooped the Commanders basically. Apparently the Commanders were down like 22-3 at halftime or something like that. And then they made a comeback. Their defense is awful from what I heard. Their offensive line is not that good. Wentz is not bad, which is great. But other than that, they need to work out some problems because that's not good to be losing to the Lions like that. But the Lions
Yeah.
this year seem like they're a legit team, so maybe they can be the Bengals in the NFC this year.
That's a stretch a little bit, but
Well, maybe not go to the Super Bowl, but nobody expected the Bengals to be good at all.
that's true. That is true.
And nobody expected the Lions to be good. I mean, I didn't expect their
Oh,
defense to be that unstoppable from what I'm hearing.
I haven't expected the Lions to be good since I was little.
Yeah, I think the last time I watched the Lions game was like Thanksgiving. And even then I didn't really watch
Man,
it. Let's see. We got the Packers beating the Bears 27-10, expected.
yeah, very.
Then we got the Bills whooping the Titans 41-7. Oh my God. Bills are looking really strong this year. I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I thought people were a little nutty to think that they were going to the Super Bowl because I thought the Bills were a little overhyped personally, but they are really proving me that they could go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the Bills are definitely one of those Super Bowl picks in my opinion, and I also think the Bucks, man, the Bucks have got a really strong
Bucks,
team this year.
maybe. I don't know about them. We'll have to come back to that. And then the Eagles beat the Vikings 24-7. Oof. Cam, how do you feel about that? I know you're a Vikings fan.
I watched the game. Let me just say that Darius Slay on the Eagles destroyed us. He had 3 picks. I mean, it looked like Kirk Cousins just threw it to him every time. Um, I mean, as Jalen Rieger had, let's see, I think two. Listen, this is how sad this is. I have this stat somewhere. If I could find it, I don't know where it is, but legit, this man had like 2 passes for 6 yards. He had 2 punt returns for 7. Like it was just embarrassing. And then sadly, Justin Jefferson. Everybody's like talking about him and how bad he is, and I don't think it's his fault for having such a trash QB. Uh, you know, and plus, I mean, usually, and not an excuse as a Vikings fan. I'm not that type of fan,
I
but
mean,
you do
Kirk
usually
Cousins
see.
has been. I'm sorry, Cam. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just Zoom.
No, you're right. I was gonna say that Kirk Cousins has been known for um, getting a lot of pressure on him during Monday prime
Exactly.
time or Thursday night football. And so like during those games, he usually does do terrible, which sucks.
Exactly. And he's
And I
been
feel like it's just the easy handout dub to any team. Uh, but hey, that's also why the Vikings shouldn't have signed him for $32 million for a year deal. I mean, that's their fault.
exactly. I mean, he's been notoriously bad, like you mentioned, since he was on the Commanders. So moving
Yeah,
on to the MLB.
and we have not a lot of news surprisingly. Usually see a lot more. Veteran and Nationals ace questioning his future in baseball after his recent injuries. Says the time is ticking, which is Steven. Uh, I forgot his name last name. I think it's Strasburg.
Steven
And then
Strasburg.
yeah, Steven Strasburg, which I know you know about him, Mike. Any thoughts on that?
Well, not. Oh, sorry. I accidentally muted myself twice. God, I'm having a lot of problems with mute button. But yeah, I heard about this a little bit. I know Strasburg has been very injury prone for a few years now. When they won the World Series, he had a while to come back and didn't even make it fully because his shoulder had like nerve problems or his wrist or something. He has a bunch of nerve problems, and this season he didn't play that much. I think he only played like 1 or 2 games, and then he was back on the IR list. So I would not be surprised to see him retire, and I personally think he should. And it's it was great that we re-signed him when we did, but he hasn't been doing anything for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think Strasburg is a goat in his own ways, but he is getting old, and he's getting very injury prone. And I'd say it's better to just retire than risk more damage on your body that could be forever one day. Giants captain, first baseman Brandon Belt hasn't ruled out the rumors of him possibly retiring, which I'm also not surprised by. He's an older guy, and He's been in the league for a long time, and I don't know. He's struggling more now than what he used to. He used to be really really good, but as age comes, players fall. Phillies right-handed pitcher Zach Wheeler may be coming back into Phillies lineup after a month-long rehab. Ronald Acuna Jr. will miss the rest of the 2022 season with a fractured pinky. Future 2022 AL MVP Aaron Judge is 3 homers away from Roger Maris's record of 61 home runs in a single season, which, yes, Barry Bonds has done a better. Barry Bonds has had a way higher one. I think he was up in the 80s. And Mark McGwire was close to him, and I forget the other guy's name. But here's the thing: those dudes were in steroids, and they were in the steroid area. So even though they definitely technically count on the list, MLB doesn't count them because they somewhat do, but they somewhat don't. It's kind of confusing. But technically, Aaron Rodgers will have the most home runs in a single season without having to use drugs. So pretty crazy.
And I think he will hit that sometime soon, probably within the next couple weeks.
Yeah. And then we
So
got NBA.
Moving on to the NBA. We got the NBA suspends the Suns owner Robert Sarver for 1 year after he was saying a bunch of like racial slurs or something like that. And then they fined him $10 million and to complete a training program focused on respect and appropriate work conduct. He got all of this for saying the N-word and on certain occasions harassing female workers and verbally abused employees. Here's the thing. I understand why there's a penalty, but I think it should have been a way longer penalty. If you don't remember about like 8 to 10 years ago, there was a guy named Donald Sterling. He used to own the Clippers, and he was worse than Sarver. He would say the N-word to the players. I think he even had sexually assaulted females. And he got banned from the league for life. He was forced to sell the team, and everybody loved Adam Silver. But then now Adam Silver is banning this guy for only a season. And then you got PayPal, which is the Suns' jersey sponsor. They're saying that if Sarver comes back, that they're going to drop the sponsorship. And I think that he should personally be banned. And it's kind of inconsistent, like NASCAR, for example, because why would you ban somebody for life and then somebody who does a similar thing is only getting banned for a season? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I think, and sports have this big trouble where, it's kind of hard for fans not to believe in favoritism or hush money or this or that because it's like, why does this guy get off almost, scot-free, but yet other
I mean,
people
yeah.
other people get like absolutely crucified for it. So,
Mhm.
I think it's either you make it where they only are out for a season and they only have to pay a certain amount of money, or you say, hey, you're banned.
Right,
There's no
exactly.
in
I agree.
betweens.
Yeah, and then that training, that's what some NASCAR drivers have had to do as well, but this is not about NASCAR. I just wanted to point that out. We got Dennis Schroeder signing a 1-year deal with the LA Lakers. That was surprising to me. I didn't expect to see him go back to the Lakers, especially after he left.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the time at home Lakers over here.
We got NBA and NBAPA are expected to agree on moving the age of eligibility for the draft to 19 to 18. This will mean that high school players can get drafted again, I believe, and they don't have to go to college, if I'm correct. What else? There was something else too. I got to look at it, but you can say your opinion while I look for the rest of the thing.
I'd also like to add that I find it very convenient that they make this trade so that LeBron can play with his son for one season and then leave.
Exactly. He's not
I
going to
just
commit
find it
to Ohio
very,
State.
I just find it very, 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 very suspicious, in my opinion. I just think it shows once again favoritism because I mean, what if it was some other dude that wasn't as big as LeBron and he was wanting to do that? They would not ever even. They wouldn't think
Right.
about it. They had the chance. Back then when LeBron was able to go from high school to to NBA, they took it away. So why are
Right.
they just randomly bringing it back again? I just think it's weird. Once again, inconsistency.
I mean, it is odd, but at the same time, I think that they should have gotten rid of the high school thing. I think you should have at least 1 to 2 years of college under your belt, if you want my opinion. But I think that 19 was a bit odd because most things that you're allowed to do and you're considered an adult is 18. So I would think you would think that, they would have the players go when they're 18 if they wanted to come to the league. But I think they should just take out the high school eligibility and then just put them in when they're 18 as like the minimum because now that I'm thinking about it, that is kind of strange, but I don't know. Just
Yeah,
it's
I don't
all a
know.
weird straight thing.
Me personally, I think that if you're going to be the smarter idea, you should realize how much of a career, how long your career, unless you're just a god at basketball, you won't have that long of a career in the
Hmm.
NBA. So if you can get a nice scholarship for like a 2 to 4 year degree and then go to the NBA, I think it's way better. Plus, you get to learn some more experience in basketball, which is always
Yeah,
important, and it's also going to help develop you as a player. I mean, let's be honest, not every day you're going to see a LeBron James that just flourishes from high school and does great things. I mean,
exactly.
a lot of people take a lot of practice and they need a lot of more. And plus, an education is always important too because, in case you do get injured and you have a season ending, or not a career ending injury, then what are you going to do afterwards?
Yeah, exactly. And Bronny James is ranked like what 35 fifth, I think.
Yeah,
Number
something like that.
40, yeah, number 35. That's right. And so he's not going to get the number one pick. How do you know he might not even get drafted? Who knows? He might. I think he
But
should play in college a little bit. I don't think, from what I'm hearing, I don't think he should be out of high school.
no, he's not there yet.
Exactly. He's graduating this year, so just commit to Ohio State if you want my opinion. Maybe UCLA so you can be close to your father or any of the
Gosh,
California schools.
I'd cry if he goes to Ohio State because that means all the girls in my state. Oh my God, Ronnie James.
Oh yeah,
Oh
no
my
doubt.
God.
And then we got another thing for the NBA with this CBA, whatever it is, measure that allows players citing mental health similar to physical injury. We've seen this quite a few times, like with Ben Simmons, for example. That was part of the reason why he didn't play. Rui Hachimura on the Wizards was having some mental health issues, so they let him go for as long as he needed to. Um, Personally, I don't know if it should be on the list like this, but I think that the NBA should do more for these players that are having mental issues.
Yeah, I think it's okay to give breaks. I mean, it isn't the NBA, but career red Joey Votto, he legit almost missed the whole season because of how bad his anxiety was, and everybody clowned him on the media and this and that.
Mhm.
And he's not a big advocate for men's health. And, I do think it is important because, people can judge and say, well, they're athletes, they get paid money,
Yep,
but that doesn't mean we should push aside their feelings
I
and,
agree.
and their health. And so for that, I think there is something that we should do. It shouldn't be come to a point where players can just leave whenever they want. I think that's when it gets dangerous.
I completely agree, Cam. Some other things that you did not put in the list are Anthony Edwards got fined $40,000 for using offensive and derogatory language on social media. I saw the video of that. He's a fool, and I think it should have been more than 40,000. I think he should have gotten suspended a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if he necessarily deserved a fine. I think they should have just suspended him and gave him a smaller fine, in my opinion, because 40,000 is just crazy, in my opinion.
it's
Uh,
pocket change for him.
well, I mean, even I don't know. I just think it's like I said. I think because yeah, I think what he said was completely wrong. I think it was just bad. But like I said, I think 40,000 is a lot, for something like that. I mean,
Then we got Cody Zeller has agreed to a deal with the Utah Jazz. Interesting. That's Rudy Gobert's backup, I guess, or no, not Rudy Gobert's backup, but one of his replacements. Let's see. We got Kostas Antetokounmpo is signing a training camp deal with the Chicago Bulls and will compete for a two-way spot. Free agent guard / forward Sivi Milvahawk, I don't know who that is, has agreed to a partially guaranteed one-year deal with the Knicks. And that's pretty much it with the NBA. So now let's take a look at the top 10 plays of the week.
Oh, you forgot Robert Williams, who's a Celtics
Oh, that's
player.
right, Robert Williams.
I'm gonna murder this probably. Undergoing a arthroscopic procedure on his left knee and is expected to need 4 to 6 weeks for recovery.
Yeah, but how much of that is preseason is my question. I mean, probably the first couple weeks, and then he'll have like 2 to 4 weeks after that.
Yeah, the first 3 weeks probably, but he'll still need 3, and that's if he recovers on the right timing and nothing goes wrong.
Right. But that could be bad for the Celtics, but it shouldn't be that bad. But anyways, now let's get into the top 10 plays of the week. So coming in at number 10, we got this Cooper Kupp juke for the touchdown.
At number 10, we have Bruno Brazil head kick KO.
In at number 8, we got Akil Badu scores from second.
Ground ball left side and gloved by Andrews. Badu's going to try and score. Up the line goes the throw. He's in there and Green swims his way into second. Yeah.
And at number 7, Justin Field electric run to the dive into the TD.
In at number 6, Andres Jimenez jumping catch.
And at number 5, Matthew Milano pick 6.
In at number 4, Aaron Judge's 59th homer of the season.
And at number 3, Kyle Murray 2-point conversion.
In at number 2, Falcons block punt for the touchdown.
And at number 1, Byron Murray scoop and score touchdown to win the game for the Cardinals in overtime.
And so with that will conclude this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. We will be doing these sports podcasts more when we have time. Thank you guys for watching once again, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
In at number 8, we got Akil Badu scores from second.
And at number 7, Justin Field electric run to the dive into the TD.
In at number 6, Andres Jimenez jumping catch.
And at number 5, Matthew Milano pick 6.
In at number 4, Aaron Judge's 59th homer of the season.
And at number 3, Kyle Murray 2-point conversion.
In at number 2, Falcons block punt for the touchdown.
And at number 1, Byron Murray scoop and score touchdown to win the game for the Cardinals in overtime.
And so with that will conclude this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. We will be doing these sports podcasts more when we have time. Thank you guys for watching once again, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys in the next podcast episode. Peace.
You want me calling what I think.